Hey guys, it's me, Pascal from Orange Pixel. Hang on. Alright, let me just put you on a stand right there. Alright, backpacks in games are crazy things. Like lit packs are often endless things that contain just a bunch of stuff, and it doesn't matter which character or which type of game. You can add a lot of stuff in a backpack. Sadly, real life backpacks don't work like that. But in games you don't really want realistic backpacks. You want backpacks that can hold a lot, and I mean a lot of stuff. Like a lot of stuff. Because realistic backpacks in a game are just no fun. You don't want to always be thinking about having enough room or having to dump stuff. That doesn't fit in your backpack. So backpacks are a crazy thing in game development because normally you can't fit that much stuff in a backpack. Let's talk about backpacks and inventory in games after the intro. I have after the intro. Before we start the rest of this video, like this if you want, it's out now on iOS. So please, if you like my games, if you want to support me, the best way is to actually buy my games, support my videos, support my other game creation by buying a game from me. So if you have an iOS device, it's on the App Store right now. Link in the description below. It's a pretty funny little cool arcade game. It has a lot of content. You've actually seen some videos on this channel by now, so go check it out soon. So maybe 1, 2, 3 weeks. So check out those as well. Alright, enough Snake-Core, because while this game is actually now on the App Store, it's time for me to move on to the new game. And I've already talked about it last week in the first devlog. And a lot of stuff has happened since that devlog, because I do a lot of work every week, and this week was no different. I started adding the inventory to the game. That's why I talked about the backpacks. An inventory system. The idea for this game is still to be some type of survival, crafting, platforming, roguelike. A lot of stuff in one, and you have a lot of items that you can pick up. Right now you can pick up fruit, sticks, vines, rocks, and there will be a bunch more stuff, and you need to put it somewhere, and the player needs to be able to access all that stuff he's picking up. So I had to build an inventory. A few years ago I really did not like inventory systems at all, but the last couple of years all my games actually had inventory systems. I've been creating variations of inventory systems, different ways, different formats. There are also a lot of different ways you can actually build inventory systems. You might actually limit an inventory system where every slot in the inventory is only carrying one item. And if you have, for example, an orange fruit and you pick up another orange fruit, it's 2 slots in your inventory, while other games, those 2 orange thingies will be 1 inventory slot but times 2, which is actually the thing I'm opting for in this game, because I'm not limiting the inventory. There's of course always a limit data wise or memory wise, but the amount of items, I want as many items as possible in just 1 inventory slot, and you can just pick one and pick another one if you like, but everything is there. So it has to be very intuitive and very easy to follow and understand for players, and that's actually the biggest challenge of doing an inventory system. So what I have right now is, let me just show you what I have right now. We have food, we have items, and we have craftable stuff. The craftable stuff is something you have to unlock. Right now I just don't have the unlock mechanism just yet, so you have a campfire and a fishing rod, and you can build them which resources are required. But in the final game you actually have to unlock the knowledge to craft these things. So, or maybe the campfire will be something that actually always there, but crafting a fishing rod might actually require you to figure out some stuff first, or maybe read a stone tablet that explains stuff, or haven't figured out that part just yet. But crafting stuff will require you to somehow unlock or find a blueprint of how to craft something first, which is actually a fun extra layer in the gameplay, because you might actually find very rare stuff that's craftable, but only if you find that rare solution or that rare information telling you how to craft it. And the other tabs are like food is pretty much everything you can eat, from fish to fruit to vegetables, maybe plants, not sure yet. And the other one is items, because I haven't really figured out yet what all the variations of inventory items are gonna be. So if it's not food and it's not craftable, it's an object, pretty much. The thing with building inventory system is pretty much that at the start you haven't figured out everything that's going to be happening in your game, and you haven't figured out what actually is easy to use or isn't easy to use. So I'm just trying to put as much information on the screen as possible, as quickly as possible. With I'm pretty sure that most of the code behind this is gonna change. I'm trying to build everything as flexible as possible, but the inventory system, I haven't really set any clear goals or design decisions on it yet. So it might all change by the time this game gets released, and it might change a couple of times before we actually get to a releasable version. For now, it has an inventory on the screen, and I can do stuff and I can collect stuff, and it's not getting lost. So that was the main thing I worked on this week, an inventory system. Besides that, I also worked on a couple of other things. There are now vines, because to craft a fishing rod I needed some type of fishing gear thingy. So there's a stick and you needed something to put your fruit on. So now we have a stick and vines, and that meant I had to add vines to the game. And when I had vines, I wanted to climb them and pick them up and then swing from vines and jump from vines. And like I said last week in the first devlog, a game like this can really explode in size pretty quickly, because everything you add might require a new system, and that system has to work with everything, and that system might require new stuff. And I really hope I can control all of this, but this was something that's really needed and required in the game. Of course, jumping from vines also meant I actually fell from higher distances, so I wanted a cool tumble roll type thing. So I had to add that to the game, which is now in, but as you can see, every decision I make is gonna create me to complete the game. I'm still very psyched about it, and based on all the comments and stuff on social media and on the YouTube videos, which means I should go work on it right now again. So end of the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, tell your friends, share the videos, stuff like that. Let me know down below, and see you guys next week. Bye.